in here making some flies tonight and talking story. And yeah, I don't know even what day it is. Let's go make some room over here. This place is like this morning I was using a pen that you use on the Jirai erase board. That didn't work out so well. Anyways, we're just gonna make some ghetto superflies. We made a lot of corrupt wines this morning. So this video, today's video, we're gonna keep it fairly, I don't know. I'm just gonna go because I know I gotta make a few flies and have it ready to go at any time because it's we're selling it now, so I gotta make sure that these flies are ready to ship and they're good. Proven flies here in Hawaii. In fact, Johan's guy, Johan was guiding here in Maui today, and he used this fly, particular not this exact color, but he used this fly to land his first bone. So that was huge. There's the ice. Throwing some body on this fly. Give it some girth. Mobius 1899. Ah, you're out of here. Beat it. So Giovanna Williams. All right, so I'm one of a few guides here in Hawaii. Not many of us, but a lot of people they go, "Oh, Makani, can I guide for you?" I was like, "Brah, you catch 50 bonefish in 1 month, maybe, but you gotta earn a spot here." There's a few people that they get in, they go with us. We take them on tours, and next thing you know, they're guiding. Bruh, crazy. Then we flat their tires and all kinds of stuff. Nah, that doesn't happen. But we're all the guides here are pretty close. We know everybody knows everybody, and we get together every once in a while when we're not super busy. That's about it. There's gonna be time flies today. Not getting into much of a conversation. I don't know if I want to even talk that much. Just got to get through them. I should be doing more paperwork, but it is what it is. That's a good one. You see me on Grinder? No. If that was me on Grinder, that was a fake profile. That was a good one. Balake. Balake is on now. Freaking Balake. Balake goes, wait, have I seen you on Grinder? That's funny. My bad. All right, Balake. Yeah, dude, I'm freaking famous on YouTube right now. Got all 8 people watching. That's funny. James Solara. What species of fish the Ghetto superfly taken so far besides bonefish? Permit, tarpon. What is that? Redfish, bass, carp. What is that other fish that was caught? The catfish, golden trevallies, uh, wrasse, bluefin trevallies. I mean, there's a lot. Space updates. Call me Nehemiah. Nehemiah. Eh, Yeah. Okay. A few space cadets that sign up and make comments every once in a while on this platform. Made a couple of ghettos flies. I'm gonna try them down here in Texas. Oh, what are you targeting in Texas? What you got? That's pretty cool, man. Hey, make sure you tag me if you whatever you catch. That'd be rad. Throw it on the stories or whatever. It's cool to see my fly working all over the country on different species of fish. I remember like when you're making after using so many flies over the years, it's not how fancy it is or anything like that. It's really the shape. The shape of the fly is everything. Tarpon, redfish, trout. I don't think they caught a trout. Flounder, no. Kingfish, I don't think so. But guarantee it'll work. I gotta make sure I got the right hooks down here. It's a madhouse. After tying ton of flies, this is what it looks like. So my desk here is a contraption of there's the supplies, and this is a Norvise, this is a bobbin, and whatever. And so this is where I tie my flies. Set it up, and it's on. My question is, how did the Ghetto Superfly come about? Um, Shit, just looking at the mantis shrimp, just keeping it super simple. It's one of the honestly, it's one of the first flies I actually tied a long time ago. Um, when I originally learned um, what was that the spam and eggs from Coach Duff. I bought his boat. I got his fly tying desk, um, and I tied this fly a long time ago, and he used it. He caught a fish like maybe 14, no, maybe 13 years ago. And I kept using it, still going through all the different flies. And then I did a test with all the different flies at a certain spot that we fish here in Hawaii called Ford Island. It's on a military base, and there's fish everywhere. And when I mean fish everywhere, I mean fish are everywhere. And so it's kind of like a controlled environment. So you're going to have the same fish swimming by, and they're going to have a chance to look at all the different flies that we have in Hawaii. So I did that, and I was trying to make a video, but bruh, going through each fly, it not working, next fly, not working. And all of a sudden, the Ghetto Superfly worked, and it worked twice. And it wasn't the first fly to be casted that day. So, um, and ever since then, I just really been using that fly, not changing it because it's all about presentation. So people were asking for many years, "Hey, Makoni, you're gonna sell those flies?" I was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna sell those flies, nah." And then one day I was like, "Ah, shit, maybe I should sell these flies." So I put it online that I'm selling these flies. DM me. Shit, I sold like $1,000 worth of flies in like 30 minutes. So that was cool. Um, and then I've been making flies ever since. And then other fly fishing guys here in Hawaii, such as Elias, the corrupt Hawaiian, he has his own fly. He only uses one fly every single day. And so he and we fish all the time together, both veterans. And yeah, um, it became the uh, two flies that are in my box. And every once in a while, I make a special fly for the environment, but most of the times I just change the weight, change the color. You don't even have to do that, but I do anyway. If you have confidence in your fly, that's the biggest thing, yeah. Um, and then anyway, when I was naming the fly, I was like, oh, this fly is so ghetto. So I said ghetto fly. And then Kalani um was with us, and he died at 24, I think he was. He was fishing with us for a while. And what do you call he goes, "Why do you call it the Ghetto Superfly?" So the name just kind of stuck, and then we've been calling it the Ghetto Superfly ever since. So yeah, that's how the Ghetto Superfly came about. Bruh, I need a vacuum for this stuff. Anyway, okay, nice to get you live streaming on the flats. M8. What is M8? I don't know what that is. My question is, how did you get a Superfly come about? That's how. Okay, I answered that one. What kind of fish do I catch? I catch the good old bonefish and whatever else is in Hawaii. Balloon fish, that's another fish that we catch. It's the puffer fish. The size 2 hook. I got a size 4. I got hooks everywhere here. I feel like I gotta go to the gym right now. All I've been doing is admin, paperwork, and all that good stuff for the last few days. But it just kind of when you just go fishing every day, you get distracted. That's what happens. The admin just piles up, and before you know it, you're screwed. Procrastination at its finest. Stress. Nah, no stress. So you can make these like a little shorter if you want, but you gotta have 3 lines. Anything more, fish won't bite. Anything less, fish won't bite. Nah, just kidding. But if you're fishing like places like which is kind of what do we call it? Excitable water where fish are more bitey and the water's moving a lot more, then you want to make and the you have to get the fish's attention fast. You're fishing from a boat, whatever. Then you want to make these flies a little bit longer. Have you ever caught that mullet-looking fish that they throw a green fly that looks like a piece of lettuce? I hooked a bunch of avas. I hooked and landed the mullet not too long ago. But the ava or the milkfish, not yet. But I do have a lot of lettuce-looking flies because in September they all come in and they all start. They're in big schools on each of the islands, so you gotta kind of just keep casting and pray that they bite. And when they bite, just hold on and be prepared for a long fight because that's what it happens. I just cleaned a few of my reels tonight, guide tomorrow, and bruh, the reels were so jacked. So this fly right here works for bass. The Ghetto superfly works on bass. I got pictures that somebody sent me. They actually caught bass. Traveler flies. How's it, brother? Big island in the house. Yeah. Hey, that contest is still going on. Anybody caught the well, nobody actually caught a bonefish on the fly for the last 2 months since the contest has been going on. So I don't know too much about bass fly fishing. So anyway, we have a contest that is happening right now. Um, Basically, if you catch a bonefish on the Big Island, videotape, hey, I caught this for the fly fishing Hawaii bonefish challenge. You know, video yourself saying that on the Big Island, and I will send you a free pair of Costa sunglasses. Um, and that contest has been going on for a while now. I think the word's out, and a lot of fishermen on the Big Island know that contest. So what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna head to the Big Island, probably January timeframe. I'll get a exact date. Um, Especially when the waves are good at Honolulu. Come up there and teach a class with fly fishing. A new year, if you want to learn fly fishing, myself and I'll get Dennis involved, the guide up there, and we'll teach some of the local brothers how to fly fish so they can get into this challenge. Because if nobody caught the bonefish in the next 3 4 months, ah, oh man, right? I have so many videos of the Big Island catching bones. Eh, yeah, it looks easy on a videos. It's not that easy. You have to be super patient. And you know, of the 10 fly fishermen that or and guests that do fly fish in Hawaii, the bonefish are super picky. So you gotta be freaking ninja when it comes to picking up on these fish. That is so funny. The contest is still going. Come on, Dennis. You're a guide, bro. Even for you, bro. You're in. Even if your clients catch it, bro, they'll be stoked. So I guide up there on the 4th. So if my client catches it, oh, freaking Coastal Sunglasses, hand it over right there. So I grew up on a big island, fished that whole island, casting club, the whole 9 yards. Then went to school on Oahu, commercial fished in Oahu. Never thought Oahu had fish. And then I was wrong. Oahu has a lot of fish. And born in Maui, so I reside here and on Oahu. I go back and forth all the time, and even Big Island. Because the nature of my business. I got a couple businesses, and fishing is the center of everything. Um, yeah, you look kind of familiar. I don't know. You know, Big Island, small world. Yeah, bro. I know everybody at Honolulu. Ha! I grew up surfing there. Went to Waikea High, then Kamehameha, and then was in the military for a little bit. So entered the casting club Tokunaga tournament as a kid growing up. Well, the adults did. I was just there to go camping. Yeah. So on the Big Island, there's a bunch of spots, like even Bayfront. That spot, the sandbar wasn't like that for a long time, and then they had a couple of giant rains, and all the rocks kind of fused together over there, creating like a little sandbar. So the bones come up over there. I have that video online, um, but I haven't seen anybody go over there and catch them. That day that I made that video, I hooked four, landed one, and a papio. So, oh, I saw one of my reviews. I don't even have TripAdvisor, but somehow somebody made a review on my thing. I got 3.7 stars total. I'm looking at over the last 15 years for TripAdvisor. I got three reviews, 15 years. And one of the reviews was, oh, he referred this guy, and this guy is Ed Tamai. He died of cancer, and he's probably fighting with cancer at the time. This is 2023. He guided this guy, and all I did is refer another company, and I got the bad review. What? And when you're battling cancer, bro, it's life and death. So I'm gonna save that review for the rest of my life, knowing that was brother Ed by the harbor side or closer to the lighthouse. Ooh. No, closer to the lighthouse. Right at the lighthouse. Yeah, go check it out. I might even be the first one on the fly to catch it over there ever. Like hands down, for real. Yeah. I don't think anybody else has caught it there. But I know when I put the video up, there's all kind of fly fishermen that were going freaking nonstop over there. So trying to catch that bone. Yeah, man. You know what? They like where because get all the white crabs and everything like that in Hilo Bay, plenty of mud. But they'll eat the white crabs and stuff. But we opened up one of them, and they eat a lot of the black mollusk. Like literally the barnacles, the stomach was full. So that was trippy to see. So black flies, they probably work too. But this I caught the fish in Hilo at the lighthouse with this fly. This exact fly. Yeah. Sand flea pattern would work. Anything would work as long as it's presented uh good in front of fish. And with fly fishing, it's all sight fishing. So you're watching the fish, and as he gets closer, you're moving them. And yeah, bro. Yeah, try this one. This one, and you gotta go heavyweight at if you go bayfront, go heavyweight. But if you go where the water's still, you gotta reduce the size of your fly and use smaller ones. Even you, yeah, gotta adjust the size. Right, I think I'm gonna go to the gym. I need exercise. I should have went to jujitsu tonight, but I was starving. Yeah, I make a green crab looking fly. I made a bunch of green. Well, that's the green fly one is the Oscar the Grouch. I did that one last year because where we were fishing there was and I made them super light too. Where we were fishing there was a lot of green back crabs, so um went over there and made that fly and hooked the bone early in the morning. There's a video on it somewhere, and the bone's coming up. It's less than 2 pole lengths away, so there's like what 18 feet, 15 yards. Yeah, and what do you wait? Whatever, however many yards that is. Yeah, but maybe 10 yards. I don't know, but real close. I mean, I was crouched down and then hooked it in super skinny water, and all you see is a freaking nuking flying by, freaking 1 foot of freaking spray, like a water skier going through the water up in the air. It's pretty rad. I think I hooked 8 that day. I got a pretty good, decent sized fish there, all on this fly and the other fly. I caught the big one using this fly exactly. I think that was last November. Thank you so much because I self-taught and yeah, man, gotta. That's the best way to learn. I mean, freaking first 5 years. I mean, of fly fishing for me was basically YouTube, and the YouTube wasn't even that great. It was a dude casting like he's casting in the river, and I can figured it out, right? And you get better and better. It wasn't until like year 10, I think I kind of jumped over the barrier of getting better, like getting good. I mean, 10 years, bro, just freaking at it. So that's a while, but it takes time. That's how you get good. But yeah, I'm gonna teach a class. I'm teaching a class myself, Elias, the corrupt Hawaiian, and Johan, the guide from here as well. Hoi Fly Outfitters. We're gonna be teaching what is that? Workshop where we're doing fly casting and fly tying on the 8th of November here in Maui. So if you still are interested, I think there's like 3 spots left. We got 3 solid instructors. We'll be doing it all day. First half of the day is like literally dedicated to getting you better at fly casting. We've got 3 instructors there. We'll tell stories, we'll um, teach you guys what's up, and just kind of spend the day socialize and learning together and knowing the other fishermen in the water. Really, um, it's a tight knit community and pretty much know everybody, right? Everybody that fly fishes knows who is who out there. And the new guys, we kind of like, oh, right on, bro. I'll help anybody out. I fished all my life commercial, paluahi, whipping, clear fishing, and I never had as much fun as I do. Yeah, bro, 100%. Bruh, next level. That was the norm growing up, right? Casting, ikashibi, freaking dunking, popping, and that was it. Fly fishing, bro. That was for the birds, bro. That was people from Alaska and the mainland, bro. Catch and release. Who does that? Well, allegedly, I do it now too. So I even let go an octopus this year. Ha, bro, how's this haircut? Mental. Just get wild. Gotta get ready for Burning Man next year. I think next week, maybe Monday, Tuesday, I'm gonna go fish Lanai. We'll catch a bone over there. That's a good one. Don't eat red fish. Right on, bro. That is spoiled. Notice I'm cutting like halfway. See that? You need this little gap. If you got it too bushy over here, it's gonna be harder for the fish to get set and hang on to this side. Once you do catch a fish and it gets to this part, all this just moves on the side or whatever. That's not a problem after that. Okay, 33 minutes. What I'm gonna do is how long is the Ghetto Superfly? Oh shit. You know what? That's a good question. You know what? I got a tape measure. I go, hold on. So you can tie it a little bit longer if the water's like wild. If it's wild water, then you can cast it. I mean, you can make it a little bit longer. But here, I'll tie one. We'll measure what I usually make it at for places where you gotta finesse the fish in, a little bit deeper water, and you're walking. So the way Coach Duff, when he taught me to make flies, he was like, "Bro, you want a fly that is the length here of the hook. That's how long the tail is going to be." So usually I stick to that. I'll make it a little longer for different areas, but we're gonna measure it. But I'm gonna measure it from the top of the hook to the back to where I cut it. All right. So this, what is that? Almost two, one and a half, about 1.5 inches, like literally 1.5 inches, almost to the T. So how long is your fly? 1.5 inches. Sick. All right. I'm gonna finish. Well, I'm gonna probably end this right now so I can so this video can load because a lot of times you go too long and the video doesn't load to YouTube. I don't know why. Anyway, all right, you guys. That's it for now. Appreciate you guys. Ahuyo.